Good afternoon, everybody. It has been a while since my last PBX tour that I made. I believe that was around 9 months ago, and you guys have been asking me to make an update. And yeah, this video is long overdue, but I think today is the day I finally filmed this and then upload it. So, currently, I'm still using FreePBX. It is FreePBX 16. And if you guys remember, I used to run 3CX in the cloud until I switched over to FreePBX, and then I moved onto an on-premises server, which I'll show you guys later. But here's the dashboard of FreePBX. Let's see. I'll go to my extensions. So we have all the extensions here. We have 6 physical phones in the building, and I also have another extension which is my phone. And so we currently have 6 phones. I haven't added any new phones. The current phones I use are the Yealink phones and then one of my Cisco phones. If you guys remember, I do have a Polycom phone. However, I'm not really using that anymore as honestly it's kind of buggy in general. I'll go into depth in more why I'm not using that, but for now, these are all 6 of my phones. So we're going to go around the house and I'm going to show you all of them. So in my room right now, right here, is a Yealink T31P IP phone. So this is extension 310. In my last video, this is a T31P IP phone. If you remember in my last tour, I had a T21P E2 IP phone right here. I swapped it with the phone in the office, so now I have this nicer phone. So it's pretty good. I configured a intercom soft key here, so if I want to intercom, say, the master bedroom, it'll auto answer, and then I can intercom in there. Or if I want to do a standard ring, and that does it rings the endpoint. So yep, it is powered through a PoE injector under my bed. So that's nice. Now we're gonna move on to let's see. I'll move down the hallway, and right in here is the Yealink T21P E2 IP phone. I bought a set of 4. I bought 4 of these phones in bulk. I am thinking about switching all the phones to the Cisco 7841. That's as you can get them pretty cheap on eBay now for around $18 a unit. But for now, we have the Yealink T21P E2. This one is not powered over PoE. It's plugged in with an Ethernet cable and then a power connector. It plugs into the wall there. And the Ethernet port plugs into the wall there. I'll show you where that leads to later. But yep, here's the phone here. We're gonna demonstrate a call to my room. So I'm gonna do 310, and the dial plan is gonna call. Oh. So there's 311. Answer that. And now we're on a call. We're gonna put hold. Okay, and then we should hear hold music on the other end. So that works. Now we're going to do a call to, let's say, extension 313, which is the guest room down the hallway. This phone's pretty dusty. This one's pretty dusty as it's not really touched much because nobody is usually in this room. I should probably clean this. Jeez. But this phone is also not, this phone is powered by over PoE, power over Ethernet. So as you can see, I did not plug a DC jack in there. So powered over one cable, and then the cable is plugged in through here, this Ethernet port. Now, when this house was built, the Ethernet ports were non-functional. They did not plug into anywhere. So a few years back, when I first started building my phone system, yeah, my phone system is a couple of years old now, I believe 2 or 3 years old. I mean, yeah, 2 or 3 years old. But so back then, all the Ethernet ports were non-functional. So a few years back, I went to Best Buy and then I picked up this switch. It's a 8-port switch. 4 ports are PoE. Now that I look about it, I should have gotten a switch that had 8 ports of PoE. That would have saved me so much hassle without needing to get power adapters for the phones. But yep, we have 8 ports here, 4 of which are PoE powered, and all these cables would be plugged into this neat little template thing. And then I just plugged all the cables into a switch. One of those cables from the wall port plugs into the router, and that's how all the phones are connected to the internet. You typically, they would put the router in this little storage space, but the way that the internet was installed, which was in the office room, and from there connected externally to the public network, I couldn't really run the route. I couldn't really put the router here and run the fiber cable over. So I had to plug the router directly into the wall jack, which is honestly kind of a weird network setup. I think all the IT admins are pissed off at that, but it works for me. So yeah, and in fact, I can never close. Okay. But yeah, so that's where all the connections are made. So that's where all the phones are powered. Now we're gonna head downstairs, and we're gonna take a look at the phones down there. Usually I would show you the phone in the office, but someone's in there currently and I don't want to disturb them, so we'll leave it there. But here in the kitchen we have another Yealink T21PE2. I got a bunch of these phones since I purchased them on eBay in bulk, and I actually wall mounted this thing. Well, the reason why I say in quotes is because I didn't feel like drilling holes into the wall, right? Because, well, I mean, you can think about the disaster that could happen. So I decided to, I unscrewed this Ethernet plate, and then I actually just slid the phone onto the screw that was extended a bit, and then it could slot right in. It's not a good mounting practice since, as you can see, this thing can, yeah, I made it a bit looser. I'll probably have to fix that later, but it's less clutter down here, so, and I also like wall-mounted phones, so we're gonna call the phone down there, just so you can hear it. That's my Cisco phone. So yeah. So yep. So the other phone I've got, the T21PE2, it's up in the office. So we're gonna head back upstairs, and we're gonna show you the server we've got. All right, so I'm logged into the server. If I can open up Hyper-V here. So right now, what I installed on the server is, currently I am running Windows Server 2019. So I also installed Hyper-V on it. And as you can see, this is the FreePBX SIP server I have. If I can get that to load. There you go. So yeah, this is my FreePBX SIP server. Do I remember the login? root. I hope I didn't forget my credentials. Yep. Yeah, so this is the server here. So it's a virtual machine running on a hypervisor. It works pretty well. Again, I used to run FreePBX in the cloud, I believe, but after I moved it on premises, its management is pretty easy. I just leave the virtual machine running all the time, and I don't need to touch it much. Usually, I wouldn't need to go into the shell or command line to do stuff, because that's what that is what the web GUI is for. So yeah, I'm gonna show you something else we've got here. So we have paging and intercom. So I have 3 paging zones set up. 676 would be for all call, 677 would be downstairs, and 678 would be upstairs. And the default one is set for 676. If you guys know what the purpose of setting it as default for, please let me know, because no. Also, I found something interesting. If you were to set up a custom paging tone, and you were to use it in a, okay, what am I saying? If you are to set up a custom paging tone and set it on one of your paging zones, and then you call the paging zone, it'll play your custom tone, but it will also play another beep at the end, which is pretty annoying. So what I found how to resolve that is to remove that, you would set the auto answer default to none. Now that means if you were to intercom into another phone, it would not beep. It won't beep. So that is a caveat, but yeah. And then you also have these other options. I also chose this option, quiet. I set it to on or yes. And drop silence, I just left that. What is this? Drop silent. Okay. But yeah. And I do not have a SIP trunk on this PBX. When I used to have 3CX, I did hook it up to VoIP MS for external calling, for making outbound and receiving calls. But right now with FreePBX, I do not have it hooked up to the public telephone network. It does allow you to connect it to SIP Station, which is Sangoma's proprietary SIP service. I believe you can get like a free trial if you use a temporary email. You won't be able to make outbound calls, but you will be able to receive. But yeah, I do remember hooking up to SIP Station once on their trial for free. It was like 14 days or 30 days, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's see what else I have to share here. Voicemail, let's see. Where is extensions? Where is it? Okay. For voicemail system, I don't have it set up. Let's see.
Hello, this is your wake-up call.
Oh, that's wake-up call. It's star 97, not 98.
Comedian mail. Mailbox. Password.
Is it 310?
Login incorrect.
Yeah, so I disabled the voicemail system for every extension, because why would you need voicemail for a system like this? Let me see here, voicemail. Yeah, no, so voicemail is disabled on all the extensions. I'm not sure why, if you call star 97 and then you type in your extension, it asks for a password, but it should be changed so it doesn't even let you call that number. But yeah, voicemail, I have that disabled. And for paging and intercom, like I just said, I set up 3 zones. In fact, we can do a test right now. For one of these soft keys, I did set it for paging. Now that is all call paging, but we're gonna do upstairs paging. So that will be 678, and you should be able to hear the tone. Yep, so that's upstairs paging. This is a test. But yep, that is the demonstration of the paging system. I do not have any physical speakers hooked up because I don't really need them. But who knows, maybe I'll get a Snom PA one and hook up some analog speakers to it. But for now, the page is sent out to all phones, at least for 676. For the other zones, it's either upstairs or downstairs. So yeah, that's basically it for my phone system. Now now downstairs, I did not cover one phone that's at an office desk near the corner of the living room. That one in 6 extension 315, and that is the Cisco 7821. Someone's working there right now, but I'll pull up a photo for you. You guys will know this phone from my previous videos. But yeah, this is the Cisco 7821. And for those of you who are asking how I provisioned a Cisco phone on FreePBX, I used the 3PCC version, the third-party call control version. And it works pretty well. I mean, it does have its own caveats, like if I were to dial this voicemail code on it, star 97, its default dial plan will try to do something else. So it takes a bit more, it's a bit more involved to set up one of these phones, but at the end, they work pretty well and they're pretty good. So yeah, I might upgrade the entire phone systems to 7841s. So I'll give you guys an update if I do that. But for now, I'm gonna have the Yealink phones and the Cisco phones. Again, the current Yealink phones I have, they are the Yealink T31P. T31P. Yep, so this is the phone I have in my room, the T31P. This was actually my first IP phone that I played around with. So yeah, great memories. And then my other phone is the T21P E2. Yep. Alright. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this long overdue video, and if I do make any more changes to my PBX, I will be sure to release another tour. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments, and if you're looking to start your own phone system, feel free to let me know, ask me for some guidance in the comment section. There are also a lot of Discord servers that you can join where people will help you set up your own phone system. Alright, with that being said, thanks for watching and have a great day.